Hello, welcome to Today in History. My name is Sotomi Afiesimama. So it's the 23rd of August. Let's get cracking. We'll roll back the blind to the year 1883. His name is Herbert Bankole-Bright. Born on this day, he was the son of Jacob Galba Bright and his wife Letitia, née Williams, descendants of Sierra Leone Liberated Africans. Bright's paternal grandfather, John Bright, was an ex-slave who had been liberated off a slave ship with his mother in 1823. Herbert was born in a town called Okrika. So Okrika is mainly an island in what's now known as River State, in what was then known as British Nigeria, currently the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Okrika is a fishing town. Most of the people engage themselves in fishing and also a little bit of farming as well. There's also a refinery, two refineries actually, very close to the village of Okrika. So you can see evidence of that in the foreground where these two tanks are. Just follow my hand there, my cursor. And obviously in the background, there's a river there, which leads to the sea. Okay, beautiful village of Okrika, where Herbert Bankole-Bright was born on this day. So a bit more about this guy. He studied medicine, so he was a medical doctor at the University of Edinburgh from 1905 to 1910. He also set up the Aurora newspaper, which he edited until 1925. In 1920, he was founder member of the National Congress of British West Africa and was elected to the Legislative Council in 1924. In the year 1925, he inspired Ladipo Solanke's formation of the West African Students' Union, becoming a founder member. With Ernest Beoku-Betts, he campaigned for increased suffrage and against racism without success. But thankfully, those who came after him had greater success in that area. So that's Herbert Bankole-Bright, who was born on this day in 1883. Let's move on to the year 1900. Booker T. Washington forms the National Negro Business League in Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America. 1904, snow chains were patented. Harry D. Weed of New York was awarded a patent for snow chains by the United States Patent Office. Now, obviously, as you can see here, and for those who do not know what the reason is for a snow chain, what it does, it helps improve traction on snowy and icy roads. So when it snows, it gets slippery. For those who've not experienced snow before, if you're watching this video, you've never experienced snow before. Obviously, a lot of people have fridges, and you know that when ice is compacted, it becomes very slippery. So this snow chains helps increase the friction and thus the traction of the tires, so the tires can move more easily without sliding. And that's dangerous. If you're driving and you cannot control your car, obviously you can easily hit somebody else. Somebody else's car, somebody else, actually a pedestrian. So this was a welcome invention on this day in 1904. 1926. His name is Rudolph Valentino, and he died on this day. And you know what happened after his death? It caused worldwide hysteria, and people actually killed themselves after they heard that their favorite actor had died. So, which was very sad, that how people can be so taken by people who have achieved stardom, famous people, and having to take their own lives because the person who they look up to, the person who they admire, has died. Anyway, so that's Rudolph Valentino, the dapper, handsome Rudolph Valentino, who died on this day in 1926. Exactly 40 years later, the first photograph of the Earth was taken from the orbit of the moon. NASA's Lunar Orbiter 1 was the first American unmanned spacecraft to orbit the moon. It took black and white pictures of the Earth, and obviously we see the picture here. Even though its primary task was not that, its primary task was to scope out landing sites on the moon for future spacecraft. So that's the first picture of our beautiful planet taken from the moon. That was taken on this day in 1966. We move on to the year 1978, and we encounter this guy, Kobe Bryant. He was born on this day, and for those of you who know, if you don't know, because of this picture, this painting tells it all. He was a basketball player, professional basketball player for the LA Lakers, so LA, Los Angeles Lakers. He entered the NBA, the National Basketball Association, directly from high school, and has played for the LA Lakers his entire career, winning 5 NBA championships. He's a 16-time All-Star. Sadly, Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash on the 26th of January at the age of 41, so 26th of January 2020. The helicopter he was traveling in crashed while flying in foggy conditions in the hills above Calabasas in Southern California. Sadly, his daughter, 13-year-old daughter, also died on this day with him. So that's Kobe Bryant, born on this day in 1978, died January 26, 2020, at the age of 41. 1990 on this day, Armenia declares independence from the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. So that's Armenia declaring independence from the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics on this day. That's the aftermath of an earthquake that happened on this day in 2011. It was a 5.8 Richter scale earthquake, and it damaged the Washington Monument. As you can see here, the monument was closed for repairs shortly after this earthquake. On that note, we end today's Today in History for the 23rd of August. Join me again tomorrow, guys, for another edition of Today in History. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, if you want me to keep creating content like this. Also, consider subscribing as well. You can do so by clicking the notification bell, and that means that Google or YouTube would send you updates of my video uploads through your email. Thanks again, guys, for watching, and I shall see you tomorrow for another edition of Today in History. Thanks again, guys. Stay safe. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.